Clean water is something to be cherished by all of us. We need clean water to drink. We need clean water in our local rivers and streams to support the many species that need it to survive. Clean water also allows people to enjoy the many recreational activities that local streams, rivers, and lakes have to offer. Clean water is important to the economic viability of our communities and to the quality of life of all our citizens. It wasn't so many years ago that many of our local streams, rivers, and lakes were threatened by pollution caused by industry, sewage overflows, and polluted stormwater runoff. The Rouge River, for instance, nearly caught on fire and was considered by many to be dead. The 1972 Clean Water Act created a national system to evaluate the performance of industrial and municipal discharges to our lakes and rivers. It was very effective in controlling pollution from these sources. However, pollution was caused by sewage overflows and stormwater, which swept many pollutants like oils, fertilizers, and pesticides into our local waterways. Pollution was getting in our local waterways through some sewer systems which discharged untreated sewage directly into the water during heavy storms to prevent it from backing up into basements. In addition, untreated sewage traveled along local waterways through improper sewer connections known as illicit connections. To address the pollution caused by stormwater runoff and illicit connections, the State of Michigan Department of Environmental Quality created the General Permit for Municipal Separate Storm Sewer Systems in 1997. It was meant to duplicate the new National Pollution Discharge Elimination System permit that would regulate municipal stormwater starting in 2003. The State of Michigan permit has many elements, including an Illicit Discharge Elimination Plan, or IDEP, that requires permittees to effectively eliminate illicit discharges and connections to separate stormwater drainage systems. What is IDEP? Illicit, wrong, illegal, it stinks. Discharge, someone swims in it. Elimination, let's get rid of it. Plan equals solutions. The plan is that you are a big part of the solution. By being an alert observer and recognizing illicit discharges, you play an important role in working for clean water. An illicit connection occurs when a sanitary sewer pipe is connected to a storm drain instead of a sanitary sewer. An illicit discharge is any discharge or seepage to the separate stormwater drainage system that is not composed entirely of storm water or uncontaminated groundwater. Illicit discharges cause raw sewage to get into our waterways. There are other examples of illicit discharges that are just as harmful to our waterways as those caused by a misconnected pipe. A failing septic system can cause an illicit discharge. A septic field fails when sanitary sewage leaks from the system and ends up in a watercourse. Septic leaks can happen if a septic system doesn't receive routine maintenance. A septic field can also be improperly installed. Here is where road workers doing routine ditch maintenance accidentally cut into a septic system drain field that was installed too close to the roadway. An illicit discharge can happen from spilling or dumping or mishandling materials in a way that allows those materials to enter a watercourse. This includes the improper disposal of motor vehicle fluids, household hazardous waste, grass clippings and leaf litter, animal wastes, and restaurant wastes. Some municipalities have staff who walk local rivers and streams looking for illicit discharges. This is a very effective but time-consuming way to find illicit discharges. That's where you come in. You can look for illicit discharges during the course of your workday. Take Pat here, for example. He works in his local park system, mowing the grass and performing other landscaping tasks. It's a job that he enjoys because he likes to be outdoors and near the water. His family also enjoys their local parks and rivers. But what if illicit discharges made the water too polluted for them to enjoy? What a disappointment, especially if Pat and others like him could have done something to prevent it. You can help prevent the pollution of our local waterways and the loss of recreational activities by being alert observers while you're out in the field. You can look for and then report suspicious discharges to the proper authorities. Remember, anything but storm water flowing into a storm sewer is an illicit discharge that can get to the water quickly. And even small discharges are large pollutant sources if they pollute day after day. Illicit discharges can be caused not only by pipes draining into a water body, but also by some of our daily activities. For instance, you should never use a water hose like a broom to clean debris off paved surfaces. But back to illicit discharges caused by illicit connections. What should Pat look for? If it isn't raining, the storm sewer should be dry. If groundwater flowing from a pipe isn't crystal clear, there could be a problem. Streaks of lush green grass during a drought is not the work of a master gardener. It could mean a failing septic system is discharging sewage improperly. This is often caused by the age of the system or improper maintenance. If the water looks or smells polluted, it probably is. Sometimes a good sense of smell can aid in detecting illicit discharges. For instance, industrial sources that illegally make their way into the water can include spoiled organic products which give off a rotten egg smell. Other industrial sources include oil, gasoline, specific chemicals, and solvents. Sewage, which has overflowed into a river or a stream, can give off a foul odor. If you notice any unusual odors near a local waterway, it's time to notify authorities. Describe key landmarks when you alert authorities. Be as specific about the location as you can. Color can also be a factor. Groundwater is usually clear or colorless. Water that is discolored, muddy, or cloudy could mean something is wrong. Material floating in the water should raise your suspicions. Industrial discharges that don't belong in the water could include animal fats, food products, oils, solvents, sawdust, foams, or packing materials. Look at the stream banks. Is there a coating on the riverbank long after a rain event? Is there dark staining? Remember, sanitary sources such as raw sewage can leave a black and gray film on the stream bank. In some cases, sewage fungus indicates a steady long-term sanitary discharge in the water and looks like white strands attached to the stream bed. There are also natural causes for suspicious-looking discharges. The appearance of iron bacteria can be a natural occurrence, or it could signify water picking up iron as it runs through an old landfill. When cleaning storm sewer catch basins, be on the lookout for sanitary debris and odors. That usually means there's an illicit connection in that storm sewer. Remember, if you are unsure about any discharge you may see out in the field, report it to the local authorities. You should always be alert to activities of riparian landowners or residents whose properties run along the stream. Whoa, Pat, what are you doing? Grass clippings, leaves, and other yard waste should never be dumped in the stream because it can contain pesticides and fertilizers. Lakes, rivers, and streams don't need to be fertilized. Leave the grass clippings on your lawn, or better yet, add them to a compost pile. Although composting yard waste promotes good water quality, don't locate yours near a waterway or storm drain. Use compost to fertilize your garden, not the lake. Tires, illegal dumping, landfill materials, and other waste debris spotted near the water should be reported immediately. A lot of this is historical and remains in areas where there hasn't been a river cleanup effort in years. There are other, more innocent activities that can harm our local waterways. Many of these activities we perform at home and in our yards without even knowing they can be harmful to the water. Remember, every home, business, DPW yard, and road that is connected to the storm sewer is the same as waterfront property. Storm water runoff sweeps everything off the paved surfaces, driveways, and parking lots and takes it directly to the storm drain. Rain washes whatever is on the pavement into the storm drain and into our local waterways. And storm drains are not garbage cans. What can you do? Properly dispose of household hazardous waste like automotive fluids, solvents, paint, and other common household products. Wash cars, trucks, and other vehicles on the grass. Paved surfaces are a direct link to the storm drain. Better yet, go to the car wash. Clean up after your pet. Rain events can easily sweep pet waste off sidewalks or streets into storm drains. Ducks and geese may be cute, but their waste isn't. It fouls up recreational areas and can easily enter local waterways. Remember, don't feed the geese. If your property includes a stream bank or you maintain public areas near a waterway, institute no-mow zones, or more accurately described as grow zones, or native plant buffers. Not only are they attractive, but they filter the water going into the waterway. No-mow zones also provide habitat for butterflies, birds, and other creatures. Whether you're at home, at work, or at play, You can help restore the health of our local waterways. Remember, everyone is part of the problem and everyone needs to be part of the solution. Our water, our future, ours to protect.